welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the Hot Toys The Dark Knight Trilogy Batman DX19 figure. Now this is based on like how Batman is like in the Dark Knight Trilogy. Now it's really based on the Dark Knight Rises, but that is what they actually are calling like the whole thing overall is the Dark Knight Trilogy. Now I must admit I'm definitely excited about this because this is like my first, I think, Hot Toys like Batman figure, because I have like Batman figures but like actual like Hot Toys figure, so I'm definitely excited about having this. And they have released this figure like a bunch of times like in the past, and this is like an updated version where they did change like I think like the head sculpt of like Bruce Wayne and certain other things. I think have been updated like the cape and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm definitely excited about this, and this is a DS figure too as well. So yeah, I'm going to go and get into this right now. This is the box that contains the Hot Toys Dark Knight Trilogy Batman figure. As you can see, it has a cool image of like Batman on the front, and it says DX19. So you know it says like the DS series. And right here on the sides it says Batman Defender of Gotham City. That's something you don't really hear too much, so that's kind of interesting. And that's the back of it. Then of course right here it says the Dark Knight Trilogy, because that's how they actually are labeling this, like I mentioned before. And again up there it says DX19, as you can see. And that's how it actually slides on out too. Let's see, they have this like on the top of it too, this paper. Then you have this right here too. I noticed DX figures do kind of do this sometimes. They give you like stuff like this. Because this right here is like the, I think I'm hearing it's like a keychain or something like that. But it even has DX19 on it. Because you can apparently take this out, because you can even see the loop right there too as well. And of course you can see like Gotham City right there on the back. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. And right here on the inside, this is another shot of the figure. I don't want to hold it too much. Hold it up too high, I don't want it to fall out. So I'm going to get into this. And this right here is like a second tray that you get to that has like his cape and the batteries and so on, like in the stand. I'll touch on all that. Then as usual, you know, you get like your instruction manual for your Hot Toys figures too as well. So I'll be sure to look at this, because I know he has like a couple of accessories that I may have some trouble with. So yeah, I'll be sure to get a good look at this. So this is it, the instruction manual. First I want to talk about like the stand that comes with the Dark Knight figure. And I've been hearing about this too. I'm going to touch on that too. One of the things I think is kind of interesting about this, it looks cool too. I must admit, I wish it was just like a flat stand, but it gave us like this concrete, like these steps. Looks like from when he was fighting Bane on the Dark Knight Rises. But as you can see, this is how it actually looks, because they had like the bat symbol rather than it says Batman on it. So it looks pretty cool. And these were actually like lights at one point, which is kind of odd. You can even say the battery compartment where Hot Toys had the batteries, where you was able to put the batteries at, because this used to light up like on the ones like in the past. So it's kind of odd that they left it like that, and weird too. You know, you would think they would would have kept that feature in there, but it's cool. It's cool though. But yeah, in the past that would have lit up from what I'm hearing. Then of course this is like your U-style stand, you know, that you would peg right into the top of this right up here. Let's see if I can get that on in there. And now onto the figure itself. I like how they had this right here, like the DS type figures, because you can tell you, it tells you like the head, like which item or which accessory that was in that particular spot. So I think that's pretty cool, because not all of them do that, you know. So now I can just take this on out. I think it's interesting that he doesn't have his cape on yet too. That's kind of interesting. Because his head came off. I already know that it's magnetized, which I'm glad they did too. I think that looks so cool. So yeah, here's the the figure itself. So you move this stuff to the side. Let's see if he stands. Yeah, he stands pretty good too. You know, you can raise this up right here too as well. I think it's interesting that they don't have the cape on him too. So we actually have to assemble the cape. So that's pretty interesting that they decided to do it like that. Now before I measure him, I want to touch on like the cape itself. Since they have it separate, I want to go and have him like dressed up. Well, have the cape on. As you can see, they have it like on this cardboard thing right here too. So it look like I'm about to detach it or something too. I'm trying to see it how it goes. I think they got like, yeah, you gotta slide through these things where they have them like hooked into these. That's kind of interesting the way they did that. Instead of them just having the cape already on. And I've been hearing a lot of complaints about these capes. I heard that this got better though, from what I'm hearing. But it says how the cape look. You can even see how wide it is too. It's very wide. I must admit, I would prefer that this had like a wire in it too, where you can have it like, you can bend it in any kind of way. But it kind of makes sense that they have it where it's like this draping. But I do think it's they like it should have like a wire in it. Cause if you wanted to blow on, like have it like blowing in the wind, that would have been so awesome. But that's still pretty cool though. But I'm finna go ahead and touch on this. Is like cloth type material. You can see that's how it looks right now on the inside, on the back it looks like that. So I'm gonna see if I can hook this on him. Now according to the instruction manual, you would take the cape, cause you see it has like these peg things on it, and you will hook it into like his shoulder blades like right there. Like, so I'm gonna see if I can put this on in there. And I managed to assemble the cape, and I must admit, it was pretty easy. You just hook it on, and I believe I have it right, so it was like pretty easy the way you do it. Now what I want to do is just measure the figure too, but you can see this is how wide his cape is too as well, as you can see. And I just wanted to show that again right quick. You can see how far the cape stretches. I put him on this too. You can see how wide the cape is. That's pretty wide. So yeah, it does like stretch all the way out like that. Wow. So now I want to finally measure Batman. I'm gonna do him on a stand too as well. But I must admit the cape was pretty easy. And he is like 12 inches, almost 13 inches if you count his ears in height. But I have him on the stand as I'm doing it. I want to touch on like the articulation of the figure. I guess you could say even the likeness to a Batman. So as you can see, this is how the figure looks. It looks very awesome. One of these are still right, because I don't think those should be sticking all the way up like that, where you can see them like that. So I don't think I got them like part pressed in all the way, but that is how it goes though. I'm about to check it. But this is how the face look, as you can see. I wish I can get that light better on it too. As you can see. And of course this is a magnetized head, so I'm glad they gave us this. And of course that mouthpiece can be removed too. You can see like his eyes on the inside too. That's pretty cool. Yeah, they do have like a magnet in it, so you know you can turn it all kind of different ways. Being that it has like a magnet on it, you can look up, you can look down, all that kind of stuff. This is how the suit actually looks too. And that's cool. And this belt right here, you can tell it's like a separate piece too. You can move it all around and so on. You can even see like on the back where you can put like his grapple gun. You can hook it on that. He even has like his gauntlets too. Right there. It's pretty cool. Here are the pants and so on, the feet, shoes with tread watch. Now Batman's arms can go up like this. Let it go to about right there. Then he has a bend in the elbow. Looks like he has a double bend too as well from what I'm noticing. Of course he can split too. Look like it's not too much look like it, but he can. Then of course he has like a bend like in the knee too. Like a double bend. Feet rotation or swivel, you know, all that kind of stuff. Fists too, they can turn too as well. So yeah, and I do notice that it is like a loose figure too. It doesn't feel like too tight or anything. I notice he can't really do an ab crunch. I guess because it's like rubber type material that he has right here. But yeah, and I'm betting I got these part of rolled too, like these. I don't think those should stick up like that. But the cape itself, this is how it actually looks though, as you can see. Looks pretty good. I noticed you can't put it all the way over him. And I must admit, I'm even like some of your other like people too, like fans. Looks like this should have had like a wire like in it. But in the movie, especially like once it got to like the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Rises, his cape was mostly like this when you saw him, like to just drape down. So I can't kind of see why they designed it like that too. But it would have been cool if we had like a wire in the cape, because you could have like been like it's flowing in the wind. That would have been so awesome. But I still think this still is amazing. This really is awesome. Now when I move on through the accessories that come with the Hot Toys DX19 Dark Knight Trilogy Batman figure, this rail of course is like it's a grapple gun. As you can see, nicely detailed. I see that this cocks back too. That's pretty cool. Awesome. My favorite gadget of Batman too, by the way. Then up next, these are the other accessories that come with him. Like these, as far as these right here, they have them in these. So I'm gonna open this on up. I think this is like a neck piece too, like for him. Like if you want to change out like the different head sculpts that he has. Then they give you 3 batarangs too as well. So we get 3 of these. I'm very familiar with these. Then you get his explosive mines. I was hearing somebody complain about this too. Like the mines, how they already have them like they already set to like explode. Like they should have gave them to us like where they're closed up. But this is how these look. And you get 2 of these. But you can see they already got the mines like they're out, like they're about to explode. And yeah, we get 2 of those, as you can see. So you get 3 batarangs and 2 of the mines. Then up next, we get the EMP rifle, which has like a lead lighter feature. I always thought this was pretty cool. Now this is like another accessory here, so a weapon that didn't show up into the Dark Knight Rises. So you can tell that's where this came from. It even cocks back and you can select the lights that'll be in it too right there. So I think that's pretty cool. Because this has like a light up feature too as well. You have to remove like the battery compartment. And Hot Toys do provide like the batteries for us too as well. You get 6 of these. And that's where the battery compartment would be on the EMP. You have to slide this on down. That's how I did mine. You just like slide it down, it comes off, and that's where you would put the batteries at. And once you have the batteries installed, there's like a on and off switch right here on the EMP, as you can see right there. Now I must admit, I really did have a lot of trouble getting the batteries inside there. It took me, I think, like over an hour trying to put the batteries in, even like in the, I touched on it, like the alternate head. But this is how you would cut it on. And as you can see, there's like the light. Because this can even come back too, as well, as you can see. You can see how that look right there. I could even turn the light down too. It's bright, but not too bright. But you can see it. It is bright if the light's completely off. But I think that is like a cool feature though. And again, you can pull that out and on too. So yeah, I think this is awesome. I know I'll probably be displaying this with him sometimes. I do think this is like a cool accessory. Then up next, he has like these two like alternate mouths, which are like inside this right here. So I think he actually has like a total of like 4 of these. If you combine all of them, I think it's like a total of 4. This is kind of new to me too. These have like magnets in it too as well, but this is how they actually look. You have like this one, which is like like his mouth is kind of open. Then you have another one right here, where it's like he's kind of like angry or something. Because what you would do with this too, you would take his like his head off, and you can see like right here on the inside, you can just push that on out. I believe that's how you do it. Because I forget to mention, well, I was gonna mention anyway. This right here is the thing that you can use if you want to rotate like his eyes, like it has like an eye thing system. I forget what that's called, where you can turn the eyes. I do have a figure with that. But yeah, you would take this and I think you would just pop the mouth out. So I'm gonna see if I can do it. Yeah, and I did. And these have magnets on them. So what you would do, being that it has like a magnet on the back of them, you just put it on there like that. And it just sticks in. So I must admit that that's a cool feature. And it's easy to do too. Because you just pop it on out so you can have them looking like me. And like I say, he has like this eye working system too, where you can put this in here and you can turn his eyes. I don't really bother that too much because the bead's kind of like tight. But that just gives you an example of how that look. And if you want to know, you can just pop it out again. That's how it looks too, by the way. Then you can put back on the mouth. I'm gonna put back on the mouth that he did have, which is like a calm expression. You see he's back like that. That is. Then up next, one of the coolest features, and I heard that this was like updated too, is the actual head sculpt of Bruce Wayne. Like Christian Bale. Now the likeness to Christian Bale on this is unbelievable. This has got to be like one of the best face sculpts I have ever seen. Like on the figure, it really does look like him. That really is awesome. And again, you know, it has like the magnet underneath, but the face, like the likeness to him, I wish I could get the lighting better. It's just unbelievable how they did this. It really does look like Christian Bale. Because you know, of course, you can just take this off and it's like magnetized. I think you would have to pop all this off to put his on, though. That's right. And to do this, you have to take this whole piece out right here, which is kind of, it's kind of simple. It just pulls on out, cause that attaches to like the mask. Then you put on like this collar that comes with the figure. I guess you just sit it in there like that. Make sure you have it like lined up with like the back part, like that spine looking thing. Then you can just take the Bruce Wayne head sculpt and just put it on here. I don't know how easy it will go. Let me see. Oh, it popped on pretty easy. I think I got the collar too though, but you can get an idea how it actually looks. Like I think I got to raise the collar up though. I think it's sunk in, and I do believe I had these wrong too. Like these supposed to be like further down in there. I'm going to mess with it more. But yeah, this is how it look. And of course, you know, you can turn all around and look up and so on. So I must admit that is that's pretty cool. Like I said, I would have to still like get on the car itself. And of course, you know, you can have them just holding the mask too as well. That's pretty cool. And by far, this was the one I was really having trouble with. Was the alternate head scope with like the light up eyes in it. I was really having trouble getting the batteries in this. But once you do put them in, there's like a switch in there that you can see. Then you would just cut it on. So I'm gonna see if I can get it. And as you can see, there they are. It's real bright too, as you can see. Like if you cut the light off, look how bright it is. Very bright. I'm gonna take this head off too. And of course it's magnetized too. So as you can see, that's how bright it is. I must admit that is cool, but it was so hard getting like the batteries in there. Sorry if I'm blinding anyone. Another thing too I want to touch on with that too, I actually only have 2 of the batteries inside here. I was having that much trouble getting them in, so I only had like 2 in there, and it's still like light up like that. So you know, I haven't seen that like on other figures too as well. You didn't have to put, even like the EMP gun, I was able to put 2 batteries in there and it lit up, but I still went ahead and was able to put all 3 of them in there. But with just 2 batteries, it was like lighting up, and even this is lighting up. Now, if anything, it probably could be brighter, because when you look at it, it look like it would only take 2 batteries, because it's so hard to get that third one in there. But yeah, that's how that looks. So that is a pretty cool feature though. Then up next you get the sticky bomb gun. This is it right here. As you can see, it can come apart like that. It is cool getting a good look at this. And of course all these, cause like a stand like that, even right there, and even right there. And like I mentioned before, you can actually even take it apart, so you have like 2 separate pieces. So that's pretty cool. Then up next you get 4 alternate hands, which is kind of odd. I know a lot of figures get like tons of hands, but I see that he only gets like 4. You get like this right gripping type hand. I think this is probably for the grapple gun, because it looks like a trigger hand. So this is how it looks. Then you get like another where you get like a left hand. I believe it's probably like a weapon to like a trigger, like one of the guns. Then you get and actually I think this even is a trigger hand. It's like the right one. Looks like this one is even a trigger one. Then you get like this just relaxed hand, like a left hand. Then he has like the 2 fists that he have on right here. So you got like a total of 6 interchangeable hands. Then of course Hot Toys even gives you like the pegs. You know, if you break a peg or something, has some extra ones there too as well. Another thing I want to touch on too with him, I forgot I had the belt raised up like that. You know, if you turn him around to the back, you can see where you can put his grapple gun. So let me see if I can straighten it on up. Cause the belt is like a separate, like sculpted piece. Then you know you can just take the grapple and just sit it back here like this. I think that's how you do it. Let me see. Then you can just sit it so you can have his grapple gun on his back. I think that's pretty cool. I have seen that like on other figures, but I don't think I ever seen it this good. It actually stays on there. So that's awesome. Now what I'm going to do is compare the Hot Toys Dark Knight Trilogy DX19 Batman figure, 6 scale figure, with the Hot Toys Dark Knight Two-Face figure. As you can see, I took them off their stands too, just to get a good idea of how they compare to each other. This is another awesome figure too, and this is a Toy Fair exclusive one too as well. So these are awesome, but you can see how the Batman is of course tallest because of his ears though, like much taller than Harvey Dent, or you can say Two-Face. Okay, that's the Hot Toys, the Dark Knight Trilogy DX19 6 scale Batman figure. This is awesome and easily one of my best figures in my collection. And you know Batman is my all-time favorite comic book superhero too as well. And this is my first like Hot Toys, like Batman himself like figure. So I think that is cool, you know. It is like awesome. He does have some cool like accessories too as well. Like I said, if anything, I know a lot of people complain about the capes like on these figures. I do notice that. If anything, it do seem like it should have like a wire in it where you can bend it like it's flowing in the wind or something like that. But his cape did kind of like really drape like this once it got to like the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Rises. It was like just draping like that. So it makes sense for them to like to design it like that. But I think this is, again, it's like an awesome. Now I did have like a figure. But I did have trouble like putting like the batteries in, but like a lot of the figures from like Hot Toys or anything like that be like that. They be like very troublesome to put like those like small batteries inside them, so like all of them really be like that. But yeah, I think this is an amazing figure. This is awesome. I'm definitely excited about this, and I know they have like the Catwoman like on the way to like the Selena Kyle figure, like that Anna Hathaway plate from The Dark Knight Rises. I know that is returning. So I'm looking forward to getting that one. I know about the Joker figures too. Like one, I know they got one from like well, I hope Hot Toys brings theirs back, like the Heath Ledger Jokers I hope they bring theirs ones back, because I did miss out on those. I do know about the Queen Studios ones too as well, but I know those aren't like available in America. But I know you can get them from like Toys Wonderland though. But yeah, I'm definitely like hoping that his returns. And I know they had like a quarter scale version of this figure too as well. And I also have yeah, I also have this right here come on the way too. Coming pretty soon, the back part. As you can see, they have it like in this box right here. So this is coming up next. But yeah, I would highly recommend it, especially if you're a fan of this particular version of Batman 2 as well. I would definitely recommend this. So yeah, this is the Hot Toys DX, the Dark Knight trilogy. That's what they actually are calling this too. Batman 6 scale figure. This is awesome, like especially like the Bruce Wayne like head sculpt, like the Christian Bale head sculpt, which was like updated from what I'm hearing. It's different from like the previous ones that they had. That was like amazing, like awesome. I believe one of the best face sculpts that I've ever seen, like on like a figure. Like the likeness to Christian Bale was just unbelievable in that figure. But anyway, I would definitely recommend picking this one up. This is awesome. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well. Dun.